Iebc chair Ethekon now finds himself in his first legal firestorm. As we speak, his refusal to see through the recall of people like Kishungwa, Pasaris and so on has ultimately led to him being dragged to court. Now, just to put things into perspective, let me read for you this article by James Gitiri of the Star newspaper, and I quote, onto the body. 6 petitioners have moved to the High Court, Nairobi, to challenge the Iebc over its declining to process petitions seeking the recall of members of parliament. The petitioners, Newton Mugambi Bor, Dennis Mwaki Shabari, Maurice Mawira, Agnes Mwende Justus, Seth Mark Kinoti, and Christine Kanana Kithinji, argue that the Iebc's inaction amounts to violation of their constitutional rights and undermines public accountability. At the center of the dispute is Article 104 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, which gives voters the right to recall their MPs before the end of their term. However, the Iebc has maintained that it cannot process such petitions due to the absence of a clear legal framework following a 2017 High Court decision. Now, in this video, I want us to look into why Ethekon is refusing to comply with the will of the people, and also will highlight the other illegalities that Ethekon is already committing, because it seems Ujamai doesn't like following the law. Anywho, with no further ado, let's get after it. Now, we all know that Ethekon cannot dare oversee a recall of a pro-Kenya Kwanza leader because these are the same people who vetted him and gave him his job. It's sad, but unfortunately, that's exactly what it is. Now, on the flip side, let's look at Ithekon's other crimes. His illegality number 1. Under the stewardship of Ethekon, he has allowed ODM to replace John Mbadi with somebody who is not a representative of workers. They decided to go for Harold Kipchumba as Mbadi's replacement, yet by law, you are supposed to pick from the same pool, not outside. Here's Sifuna shedding more light on this.
Mtu akiondoka kwa nomination slot, kama alikuwa amenominatiwa under category ya youth, unatafuta ule alikuwa next kwa category ya youth, unampatia. Kama alikuwa under women, ama workers, ama PWDs, unachagua next kwa hiyo category, si ndio? Haiwezekani mtu alikuwa kwa list ya PWD kwa mfano ameondoka, uende uchukue category ya workers. What that does is that it results in underrepresentation of the category that that person was nominated. Sasa kuna kijana yako hapa Kajiado anaitwa Ketora. Ketora was the next person kwa list ambayo Mbadi alikuwa nominated. Mbadi was nominated under the category ya workers. Hawa jamaa wakaenda wakachukua mtu kutoka kwa list nyingine wakamweka pale ndani.
So Getora should go to court and get a court order barring ODM from giving that slot to Harold Kipchumba. And in the process, he should even sue Ethekon for rubber stamping such an illegality when the law is very clear. Illegality number 2. By law, the Iebc is supposed to hold by-elections 90 days after receiving notification that there's a vacancy in office. And Ethekon is already flaunting these rules. How so? Instead of holding them within 90 days, he's doing it within 110 days. Here's Sifuna shedding more light on the same.
Sai, sheria inasema waandae uchaguzi mdogo 90 days after receiving a writ ya kwamba kuna vacancy. Wameweka chaguzi ndogo 27th of November, which is almost 110 days. From today, from Friday actually when they gazetted, they are blatantly breaking the law. Hawa ni watu, na niliwauliza hata hiyo ya Ketora, wakaniambia wewe si tushamaliza, we have functors official, if you have a problem go to court. Hawa ni watu ambao tunaweza kusema one term, alafu wao waseme two term, alafu watuambie tuende kotini kama tunataka. So Wakenya nataka mfunguke macho. Mfunguke macho, tunataka hawa ndugu zetu wajue. We will not allow interference in the voice of the people because you can only govern people who have given you consent to govern them. Hamuta tulazimishia rais wakati tumesema aende nyumbani.
You can already see the kind of people we are dealing with. If we don't stop these people from weaponizing the Iebc, we will be in very hot soup come 2027. As we speak, I can already foresee 3 dark scenarios. Number 1, perceived enemies of the state will not be cleared to contest. If your candidature is going to ruin the math for those who are seeking re-election, especially the top don, you will be blocked from the ballot. This is nothing new. We saw it happen to Jimmy Wanjigi. We saw it happen to Mwangi wa Iria in the last election. We saw it happen to Mike Sonko. The list is endless. And for the candidates who they feel will help their numbers, like Wajakoya, they cleared him to run. I am not confident that under Ethekon, we might not see the same happening in 2027. Number 2, the election could be stolen by a don't care commissioner and they leave the toss up to the Supreme Court justices to decide. Because you know Iebc commissioners get it so easy. You can go there and preside over an illegality, and once you've done your job, you've done your job. Whoever feels aggrieved, they go to court. And you've also been given a very fat budget. You can also send your lawyers to go to court to represent the Iebc as you stay home and watch on TV like everybody else. I would dare argue that it should even be mandatory that if somebody loses elections and goes to court, even the Iebc commissioners, even the CEO Marjan Hussein must be there to attend those hearings. Otherwise, there's no pinch. If there's Iebc chairman David Wafula, I can just rig the election for somebody. My close friend apite kura, the loser goes to court, and as we already had a nice budget, tunatuma wakili, I watch from TV when I am the one who has presided over this atrocity. So there should be a change of law. They should be going to court also. Kama ita take 1 month, wakwe hapo 1 month every other day until people can get things right in this country. Now the third thing I suspect is that the upcoming by-elections could be marred with a lot of controversy. Because if recalls are being bundled, replacement of nominated MPs, the law is not being followed. Why should we be confident that the by-elections are going to be done in a reputable manner? We got the vetting process very wrong. I would say we have the wrong Iebc chair, and I might just be proven right in a few months or years to come. But anywho, that's just my take, guys. Here's the ad of the day. If you're in need of electrical wiring, solar installation, or electrical fittings such as strip lights, snake lights, downlighters, or chandeliers, contact Engineer Wycliffe at 0707 476602 and he'll get your house dapped up. And with that, if you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula, hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. All right, guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.